Today I'm going to show you how to never run out of video ideas ever again. I'll be walking you through the exact steps and tools I use to come up with more than 3 video topics a day. That's only for our channel Facts First here, our fully automated YouTube channel, as well as some of our affiliated channels. I've said many times that ideas are the most important aspect to a YouTube video. You could have a great editor, a great script writer, great on-camera talent, but if your idea doesn't deliver and connect with your audience, the video is not going to work out. And whether you're a one-man show on your YouTube channel or you run a fully automated YouTube business like we do, you're going to have to come up with ideas for the long term to be able to grow and have success on YouTube. Just to give a little more context, the way we produce our videos is I find a list of articles online and reference multiple articles to build a unique story, a unique video topic. So for this example, I found a single article about how Betty White and B. Arthur didn't get along on the set of The Golden Girls. And I started looking into it and finding related topics, and it turns out there was a lot of feuds between cast members. So through those research steps, I was able to find several articles here that kind of had different stories about fights that the cast members got in. And now I've pieced together a whole video. So our writers will take all of these different articles and piece them together to make a unique script, which then gets turned into a video by the rest of our freelance team. So that's the lens I'm looking through when piecing together content to create a YouTube script. But whether you have a process similar to this or you just need to find new ideas, here are the tools I use to make this happen every single day. Number one is not a big surprise, it is Google Trends. And to be fair, this isn't always accurate for our niches or our channels. Because the trending searches here can change quite significantly, and a lot of times it's hard to make a topic or hard to make a video about some of these topics because trends change so quickly. But this is a great place to keep up with news if something happens in your niche. A lot of times we'll see celebrities make headlines in this area, so that's good for us. A lot of times it's also sports, stocks, things like that, things that have a quick turnaround for the news. So it is not always the best place to find stuff for your specific niche, but a good source to monitor nonetheless. Really the point of using Google Trends here is to find what's trending and popular in your niche right now. What are people looking to consume in terms of content? Again, like I said, it's a little difficult because you can't really specify what kind of content you want to see here, which is why I use this next tool. The next and one of the most valuable tools I use to come up with video ideas is called Feedly. Feedly is kind of a juiced up RSS feed. You just put in sources and it'll monitor all of the sources you put in from when they post new blog content, and then it'll compile all of that content into one easy feed for you to look over here. So what I've essentially done is create a Google Trends, but specified and narrowed down to the niches we operate in. So for example, when we started this side hustle channel, it was going to be side hustles and NFTs and maybe a little bit of crypto. So I found a variety of websites that post content about these topics. And you can see I found CoinDesk, NFT Culture, Side Hustle Nation. And these websites, again, regularly put out content that is exactly the kind of niche we were looking to get involved with. So just by putting in these sources, I don't have to go and monitor those websites for news or for content ideas, because Feedly just collects them all and shows them to me right here. So on a daily or weekly basis, I can come in here and scroll through some of the latest articles. It'll show me the most popular articles, what's been posted today. So I get the latest news for the niche I'm operating in, which is super, super valuable. Feedly also has a pretty cool AI feature. And I've done this specifically for Facts First because the entertainment space is so big. I was getting a huge range of content ideas. It didn't really apply to the Facts First audience. So what you can do is you can go through here and say, yes, I like this topic, show me more like this, or no, this topic really isn't a good fit for my audience, show me less topics like this. So over time, especially because we're monitoring so many different sources, and again, the entertainment niche is so big, Feedly is getting smarter and smarter about what kind of content I want to be updated on. And that just makes it so much easier to sift through dozens or hundreds of articles a day and pick out the ones that really work for our audience. Now, in most cases, especially because we don't want to just copy one of these articles, this is just a jumping off point for more content. So I'll take something like this about Seth Green and Bill Murray having a fight on SNL. Maybe I'll go look up, okay, who else has Bill Murray fought with on SNL? What other incidents have happened behind the scenes at SNL? Just finding ways to turn maybe one little story into a list of stories that kind of all relate to each other, or zooming out on one of the people involved in the story and kind of giving maybe like a career or controversy update. Just different ways to kind of approach one little idea to make it, to flesh it out into a full video. So you have to be a little creative with what you find here, but again, I didn't have to come up with Bill Murray on my own. I just saw this headline and go, oh, Bill Murray is a good fit for our audience. Let me explore that topic further and see how we can make a video out of it. Another great way to find content ideas is by going to forums or websites with user-generated content where people are already compiling content and telling you what they're interested in. A great example of this is Reddit, specifically because Reddit has pages for every possible interest you can imagine. So we'll take a look right here. If I was interested in fantasy football, maybe I have a fantasy football channel, you can go here and you can just read the most popular posts. And this is really effective because it shows you there's already huge audience interest in these topics. So you can tap into this. You can read the comments and go, what are people saying? What questions do they still have about this, this subject? What are the things that are trending within this interest group right now that you could possibly make a video about to capitalize on that demand for content? But the point is, this gives you a place to see exactly what people who are interested in your niche are talking about. And if you can understand what they are interested in and what they want to talk about, what they want to see, that's a golden ticket to a successful YouTube video right there. You can pretty much make a video without any doubts that it's going to land with your target audience. And I'm sure there are more websites like Reddit that are specific to your niche. I'll show you a couple here that we use for the entertainment niche just because that's what I'm looking at all the time. But just be open to exploring websites to find those communities where people are hanging out and talking about what they want to see. One of my favorites recently has been IMDb, specifically because we deal so often with actors and actresses in movies and TV shows. And IMDb just has so much information on like everything you could ever want to know about a piece of television and film media. And it's being able to navigate websites like this that have this information just ready for you to explore and dig through. It's figuring out how you can use that information to create unique, original videos that people are interested in watching. So on IMDb, for example, I love that they have the cast and how many episodes they appeared in. So you know if you want to cover somebody from a show or somebody from a movie, whether they're one of the most popular characters. And you can also, I mean, this is a great spot to just look at people's filmography and the work they've done. But trivia is also a gold mine on IMDb. So I find not even just video ideas here, but like just fun facts that I can explore further. Like this character or this actor struggled with alcoholism and it affected the show. That's a whole video idea I could tap into right there and cover his route to sobriety or something like that. So this is just one example of how we use just a little piece of information that, again, I could take and then I could go Google and do some more research and find other ways to flesh out these just tidbits of information into a full video idea. And similar in the vein of having user-generated content, I love that IMDb has these user lists on the side because I haven't seen a lot of the shows and the movies we talk about, so I don't know if there are related series or spin-offs or whatever it may be that maybe I just haven't heard of yet. So these aren't particularly great examples, but this is a list of sitcoms right here that a user has created. So I might scroll through it and go, oh, our users like a lot of these same TV series. Maybe I should pick one that I haven't heard of yet and test it with my audience to see if we can have success, because this user liked all these shows, so it's likely that the viewers on our channel also like some of the same shows. And these lists can even give you exact ideas for a listicle, like the best sitcoms of the 90s or whatever it may be. So that's just one way we use IMDb, and that's something I've liked this website a lot for recently because you can just click around a little bit and have ideas just pop right out at you. The next resource I use a lot is Wikipedia, and I think this is pretty funny because I feel like in school people were so against using Wikipedia for research papers and essays and all that, but Wikipedia is such a gold mine of information. The page I'm looking at right now is the list of lists of lists. So this is like every single topic on Wikipedia that has a list associated with it. So I could almost guarantee no matter what your niche is on YouTube, there's a list here that shows you a list of items that is relevant to your audience. So this is something I've used, we can see here, a lot for films and for TV shows, whether it's actors who have died during production or actors who have starred in multiple sequels of the same movie or whatever it may be. I mean, actors who have played Doctor Who, actors who have played Sherlock Holmes. This is just so primed to turn into listicles, and it's really great because everything on Wikipedia is just linked so thoroughly. So they might have a simple list like here, presidents who played themselves. You could do every movie where Donald Trump played himself in a film. You might look at this and go, okay, I have a list of 10 movies. How do I turn that into something more? But then you can go and click into every single one of these movies. You have the full plot, all the details about production, to really flesh out all these ideas. And another great feature about Wikipedia is they link all of their sources here on the bottom. So obviously you don't want to just copy everything on Wikipedia because that's super lame, but you can come down here and find the sources that Wikipedia has used to compile all of their information, and get even more unique materials to use for your script. Again, just a couple of clicks later, we find a really great reference to Bo Derek giving an interview about acting with Donald Trump, which probably would have been hard to find just if you were like thinking up an idea. But again, it's just finding these resources that you can just mine again and again and again for video ideas without having to put in too much research and coming up with things from scratch. Now, one content idea hack I'm really proud of lately is using SEO tools. In this example, I'm going to use Ahrefs to find the most popular pages on a given website. Now, usually you can Google topics and find things just fine, but if you find a website that routinely posts content in your niche, and you're struggling to find maybe any recent topics that have been posted, anything trendy, you can always go back and find evergreen topics that are just always popular and people are always searching for. And I like to do that using SEO tools because you can type in a website and it'll show you their top performing pages of all time. So for example, we're going to check out IMDb here and go to top pages. The reason I love this tool is because it shows the web pages that get the absolute most traffic on a website. And this is a really telling tool because, again, it shows you what people are searching for in Google every single day and then clicking and reading articles on. So if people are searching for it in Google, they may be searching for it on YouTube, which is a great sign to maybe make a video about it and try and get some search traffic. But not only that, but also that people are just interested in that topic. So they might not necessarily need to be searching for it. But if you understand the topic and you can make a video that appeals and browse views or suggested views out of that topic, then hopefully it will still appeal to audiences because it is already proven that it has mass appeal based on search traffic and what websites are getting traffic for on their web pages. So ours is kind of ridiculous for facts versus our top page is Dolly Parton getting naked in public. I think she like mooned somebody in a car, but regardless, that is our most popular page. You can see the search keywords here that people are pulling that up for. But again, you can do this with any website and it'll show you their most popular pages. And it just shows you what people are searching for that maybe you haven't considered yet. And this is something that can work for absolutely any niche, which is why it's such a powerful tool. Finally, last and probably the most effective way to find content ideas is by looking through your own YouTube video comments. Now, this might sound like kind of a no-brainer, but if you go to your comment section, people will tell you exactly what they want to see. And this is where we've gotten some of our best performing video ideas from, is people in our comments who know what they like better than we do, and they just tell us about it. So then we take that topic and we research it and figure out how to make a video about it. And because people have already told us they're interested in it, we know the video is going to work. And that's why this is so powerful. Now, I would recommend fine-tuning this just a little bit. If you have a smaller channel, you might not have to work too hard to find the comments that are the most valuable. But I would really suggest using the videos that pop, these videos that take off for you, that are kind of outliers on your channel. Now, people will, hopefully you have a good fan base or a subscriber base who are going to watch every video and comment on every video and give you ideas. But what you really want to find is those videos that take off and reach much larger audiences, because those are the topics you should really be trying to replicate in order to make more videos that have that same performance. Again, it's going to be filled with targeted comments from people who are familiar with this content and can have a much greater impact on the topics they suggest back for us. Again, specifically because we know this video did very well. This video reached audiences, it engaged audiences in a way that not every single video does. So the comments here are going to be much more useful than the comments for a video that gets a couple thousand views and kind of flops for us. Like, for example, this video is about a particular actress, and someone commented they knew she was in the movie Xanadu and performed for these songs, which I would not have known by just researching the topic, because I only looked at this video as her role in this film. So again, the viewers can just highlight other areas for you to explore in your content. And they're all upvoted by other viewers. So you know when it's got a lot of likes, it's got a lot of comments under it, that's probably something worth pursuing for your channel and seeing if it will work in a video. Now, if you're just getting started and you have a smaller channel, you can still do this even if you don't get a lot of comments. And what I would suggest is going through videos by other channels in your niche and reading their comments. Find the big channels in your niche that get a lot of comments, a lot of requests, that likely can't fulfill all of the comment requests that they receive. But you can go in there and pick out the requests that you haven't seen people do yet and fill a need that hopefully hasn't been filled on YouTube yet, and carve out your own space in the niche, build some audience members, all without having to think too hard about what kind of videos you're gonna make. So I think that's it for the content ideas questions. Again, I will try and go through some more of these comments and give responses today. Feel free to leave more comments below. Don't forget to join the memberships if you want inside access to some of our documents, some of our processes, and to let me know directly what you want to see next. I'm always responding to people in the memberships tab. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.